One of my boss told me that I should be selling pepper, that I have no business working in the bank. Hello, in this video I'm going to tell you about my first experience at my corporate job, at my first corporate job, and also how I eventually have to leave the job after just 3 months. In my previous video I mentioned how I got the job and everything that went by. So in this video I'm going to tell you about my first day at the job and the subsequent days and how I was able to navigate and all the struggles and the challenges. So I got the job as a marketer in one of the commercial bank in Nigeria, and as a marketer you deal with bringing in customers and literally just selling the bank's products to the public. The first day that let me tell you what even happened. The first day that I was supposed to resume officially at my job, I was not having a complete corporate attire. Like I was having this I bought this few corporate trousers and I could not get good corporate shirts at the time. I also do not have any corporate shoe. I have to borrow a corporate shirt from my neighbor. I was like, can you borrow me this your corporate shirt so that I'll be able to wear? I will get everything happened so fast, so I have to just use yours, then later on I'll go and get one for myself for the job. So she gave me this beautiful corporate shirt and I wore it, and I was not having a corporate shoe to go by. And you know, during the training they sent us pictures of the kind of corporate shoes we are supposed to be wearing at the office and also the shoes that we are not allowed to wear. So I was like, I don't have, so I just wore my flat shoe, like normal casual shoe on under my corporate shirt and trouser. And I was just wearing this confident because there's nothing I can do at this moment. So I woke up early and I left for work. It was first day, it was a Monday. So after I reached the branch and they were supposed to do their weekly Monday meeting that day, and obviously we are the new staffs. There were four of us that were posted to the particular branch. As I was sitting, I know there's this other colleague. He was like, you were wearing casual to work, they're going to send you out. And I laughed and I said, it's just for today. I know he was just trying to pull my legs. I remember when he said that, I now started feeling uncomfortable, because before I was having this confidence that even if they made mention that I was wearing casual shoe, I'm going to say that, don't worry, it's just today, I'm going to get a corporate shoe. But the moment he said it, I felt like all the confidence like evaporated, and I was scared they are going to talk to me about what I was wearing. But they did not. So they asked us to introduce ourselves. I stood up. I remember I was like, good morning, everyone. And they were just smiling. They were like, oh, you know, that kind of look of, who is this one? So we all introduced ourselves, and from the meetings they were firing them about targets, about everything, and I got scared and I was like, oof, is that how they're going to be firing us when we start the job fully? So the first month was supposed to be for like a grace, like we don't have our broker code yet at the time, so we were supposed to be learning how they do things there. One of the colleague, he carried us along, he showed us, he introduced us to other staffs in the other departments in the bank, even the securities and everything. Later on, one other person called us and he was showing us how to open account, how everything. I think after a couple of days, they attached us with our bodies, like a senior colleague who will be like a guide, who will be guiding us how things are being run. So I was attached to a body. While I was staying close to my body and learning how things are run in the organization, there's this other boss. He was like the head of the whole DSAs in the branch, and he was like, he called me one day. He was like, you, what are you doing in the bank? What are you working in the bank? You're supposed to be selling pepper. Like, you don't look, you are very slow, yet you don't look like someone who can work in a bank. I know he is kind of trying to be jovial and all that, but I did not really find it funny, because I think that was the second week that I started the job, and you're already telling me that I did not deserve to work in that particular organization, that I deserve to be selling pepper. Like, words have volume, like words carries weight, like, and I'm the type of person that, like, words cut through me. Like, if you said something that other people might find like, oh, it was just nothing, I will find it very hard to digest that word, and it will be with me, and I'll be like thinking about it all through the day because of one word. What he said, it's not encouraging. It made me feel like, whoa, like he even thought that I'm not good enough for the job. It's like I'm hired based on something. I'm not good enough for the job, that I deserve to be selling pepper. Like, it was just something that really hurt me at the time. Seriously, as an adult, as a boss, we should really be kind with our words. Like, we should really be kind with our words, because you don't know the mental state of that person. You don't know how that other person is going to receive your words, and words can make or break someone. It's not nice. Like, people should be kind with words. We started learning how to open account, how to, like, a lot of things. So I think on the second week we were told to go for marketing. We followed the other colleagues, the other senior colleagues, for marketing, and it was at the local market. So we are supposed to convince the locals there to open accounts with us, those that do not have account at all, and those that have accounts with other banks to open accounts with our bank. It was the first time I have first-hand experience of marketing, and I remember working, like, meeting the onion seller, trying to convince him, the tomato seller, the ladies selling oil. Like, I remembered, like, meeting them. I remember this particular old man that I was like, he doesn't believe in bank, like, he's just put his money under his pillow, like something can happen in the bank and everything. And they used to hear stories about people stealing money in people's bank account. And at that time I had the realization that even though I was thinking that people, like, almost everybody has bank account these days because of the level of awareness, but it really shocked me. There are still people who do not believe in bank at all, and there are still people who prefer leaving their money raw cash at home rather than taking it to bank. So, like, it was a very eye-opening experience for me, because I believe that, okay, I thought everybody knew, but I was shocked to find out that there are still many people who are not aware about the things that I took for granted, that I thought everybody knew. That was how the first month went by. Actually, we started the job, I think, on the 10th of the month. So it was kind of, the first month was a training for us to really get how things are being done and everything. So we were not paid the first month, and we are supposed to be paid on the second month. So on the second month we got our code, and we started job properly. My colleagues, my senior colleagues, the people we met there, some of them are very good. Some of them, it took a while for them to really open up to us, the new staffs, and some of them were very open from the first day that we were there. I met people that are very, very nice. They're all nice, but some are nicer than the rest. And there are some who are just colleagues and nothing more. And some, we eventually became friends. So it was really beautiful experience. But I was finding the job difficult. I was finding, initially I thought, yes, I can handle it. And even I remember, even when I told my elder brother that okay, this is the job and everything, and he was like, marketing, I don't think you can do this. And I said, oh, don't worry, I'm just going to do this for a couple of months, 6 months. By December I'm going to just resign, or if I get in another job, I'll just switch and leave the place. But from the second month that we start the job fully, I started finding it difficult convincing people, calling people to deposit, calling people to open account, like people just calling you because you give them your number in case they want to open account or something. And people who are just, if you've watched my video where I mentioned about how I hawked donuts in the streets, my second business failure, I mentioned about the experience of people calling me and saying that they want to buy my donuts because I look pretty. It was somewhat similar with this one. I remember there's this particular keke guy that was telling me that, oh, he's going to open the account because he loves the way I smile. And I was like, oh, I don't like this kind of statement. And not only him, there are other prospects, other customers that, oh, they were going to open account because I look pretty, or because they love the way I talk, or because of like a lot of things. And I really do not like how that sounds, and the impression it's giving me is a wrong impression. So I realized that really this is not something that I can do for a long time. I need to really get something else doing fast. And the job is very stressful, and the particular working experience for me, it was not really encouraging, and I was not having time to do other things, to do YouTube, to do writing, because I write fiction. So I was not having, if I come back, I'm already tired, I'm already thinking about the next day, I'm already thinking, who am I going to call, where am I going to go to meet my target, and everything, like everything revolves around target. So I realized that it was not really something that I want to keep doing. So by month 3, it was so difficult for me that it has started affecting my productivity, it has started affecting my thinking. I just have to get away from this because I don't want it to be a situation where I will break down. So before it reached to that level, I have to just say no, 3 months is enough, I have to leave. Initially I wanted to wait till the clock of 6 months, but I said no, 3 months it's okay for this experience. 3 months it's okay. It's not really something that I want to do for a long time, and this is not really for me. I choose my mental health, I choose my peace of mind over something that I'm just running helter skelter and I'm not really enjoying it. And I do not like the way it's the kind of impression that I was getting from some of the customers. That was the reason I have to just decided that let me just quit, let me focus on myself, my health first, and then other things. Then if I get another job, good. If not, I'll just rely on my writing and also YouTube. The job is not really a permanent job, it was just a temporary job. We're just direct sales agents, so it was not like our even job is secured. It's not. It depends on the target. So if you're not meeting target, you'll be given warning. After warning, you will be asked to leave and all that. So it was not really something that, oh, it's permanent, or it's something that is very secured. The job itself is not really secured. So on top of all the stress and everything, the job is not really secured. So, and I made the decision to just, okay, 3 months is enough for me to get a hold of how the job is and the experiences. And I love that I really accepted that job at the time, and I love my stay there because I was able to see a lot of things that I wouldn't have seen if I've not accepted that job. So it was really an avenue for me to learn a lot of things, and it was my first corporate job because the jobs that I've done before, it was teaching job and then lab technician and all that. You have to be disciplined to work in a bank. You have to be patient to work in a bank. Like any department in the bank, you have to have patience because you are working with customers, you're working directly with people, and they're just different types of people there. And even the colleagues, your colleagues, there's some that are very very nice, there's some that are just nice, a little bit nice, and it's just, you just have to find a way to work with all of them. I really learned valuable lessons from the 3 months experience I had with them. So let me know in the comment section your experience at your organization, at your corporate organization, and if it is something that you enjoy doing, if it is something that you are really thriving, and if you are also a DSA or ex-DSA, what advice can you say about the job in particular? Because if someone asks me today that he wants to accept a job as a DSA in a commercial bank, really I have a lot of things to say to that person, especially if it's a lady, because for a lady the challenges is much more than for a guy. So if you are a lady and you are a DSA, you're under marketing as a DSA, it's really going to be tough for you. So you have to grow a thick skin for yourself to be able to navigate all the negatives that comes with you marketing your product, because obviously there are some people that would throw negative words or hints towards you. You just have to give it your best and grow a thick skin. That was my experience. If you want to know more about my personal stories and my personal experience, please consider subscribing to my channel, because I'll give you more and more important events that happens in my life on my channel. So please consider subscribing. Thank you, and bye bye.